They are ready to go. There is the game, ladies and gentlemen, and there is the pause. Yes, straight away. So that actually gives us a little bit of time to gauge who people want to win. Because this is two new teams that you guys probably weren't expected to see at the top. You guys generally, I've noticed, are Evil Genius fans. So far, it's been a pretty big cheer for those guys. So let's check out, though. This is MeetYourMakers versus Alternate. So we'll start off with the all-Polish lineup. MeetYourMakers, if you want to see those guys on your screen right now, pick up the win and go 5-0. Give them a cheer. Are they awake?
Are they waiting for Alternate? Let's find out. It looks like Jerry is going to be coming back into the game. So, if you guys are here to see Alternate go 5-0, let's hear it.
Well, I never.
There we go then.
Alternate seem to have brought a few fans in here, and I wonder if that's simply the passion that we're seeing from Aranea, some passionate voice that he's got, and you guys, you'll be hearing them before we see it, unfortunately, because he's got a big mouth. Ironically, though, Aranea has actually lost his voice, so maybe, just maybe, maybe he'll be a little bit quieter. But we are underway, ladies and gentlemen. MeetYourMakers are the blue team, and of course the top team will be Alternate, playing from top to bottom. Let's see if we're going to get any level 1 shenanigans. We did have a couple of aggressive ward placements. We do see Aranea charging straight down that mid lane. He wants to get somewhere fast.
Yep, and with the pony, see what that becomes of all that as Kubon. Oh, it's waiting here in the brush. Will he fall victim to Alternate here? This is very dangerous times.
Look at Shara, who's off the side. He's meant to be the man that's spotting out this ward area. They got there so quick, they didn't see him. The hook lands, they go straight in, the exhaust comes in. Shara goes down, first blood to Kratos.
Incredible stuff there. Kubon was in the side. They didn't show themselves on that side of things, but it was Jerry that made that play. Thresh again with the hook, just showing how important, how game-changing those hooks out of Thresh can be. And that gives the first blood over to Creatine. We say it all the time when we see Vayne, don't give Vayne the farm, don't give Vayne the kills early on, and you should be able to control her later on. Give her first blood though, and it might become painful.
It may become painful. He's already gone back to buy as well, so he's already taken advantage of that, because we're only minute 30. The minions had not even spawned. They've managed to get straight in there so quickly, they've completely caught them off guard. On Alternate, they're looking at another invade here. They've put one ward down, that is it. That is the only coverage they put down, and they're going aggressive.
Oh, this could be really bad news here. Kubon is actually right now doing the Wolves. They're going to come around onto him. Kubon here. Well, that was a bit of a letdown in the end. Got it, getting a bit excited about that one. But they're going to take the Wolves away. That's definitely a bonus here for Alternate. The blue buff will suffer the same fate. And right now we can see Sejuani here with Makata. He's running over to the Alternate blue to try and make sure that's evened up.
Instant reaction, having to go for it, but Kerp is coming around there. He's already at the Wolf area, so he may well just come around and take a little poke towards him. I'm not too sure if he's going to be able to do anything about this one. I think he may have just seen the little tether of Livik throwing out this grasping roots. Does spot it. He's stood on top of that ward though. He's going to go across, tries to shadow dash, not quite in time, but look how low Makata is. The ignite was used from Kerp as well, but didn't have the damage to finish it off. And that does mean it's going to be a successful steal for both junglers.
Very, very interesting start here to this, and we can see that Charu, despite going down first, is up into double figures in the CS already, so he's looking to not fall behind. Really interested to see how he utilizes that teleport, because for my money, it's not being used how we usually see Charu take that teleport, which is early on, trying to get into the lanes. You know, with Twisted Fate, it's even more different, because once you hit level 6, you've got that teleport in there with your Destiny anyway to get around, so interested to see how Charu decides to go about things on that front.
He got 11 CS there and went back to buy. Went back to get that ward. He is very, very worried about Aranea coming rushing out of those bushes on that horse. And that horse is very fast. It is, some would say, amazing.
It is indeed. He goes around towards that blue buff and he's going to clear out the camp, which was actually left there earlier. Or he might just not see the fact that the camp is there and head down towards his bottom lane. He wants to make sure that Kerp isn't going to take too much damage. He'll just charge in, do a bit of damage himself. In the top lane, Kubon is of course forced against his turret here as well. That could be very dangerous. We talked about it in the last game when a Thresh is always dangerous when you're underneath your own turret.
Makata almost died to red there. He got down to below 100 hit points. The hook coming out from JB, not going to land this time around. He's going to put a lot of damage down on Kratos. Look at that, the flame and the damage. Those rings, I can never remember the damn name of Kratos, building up and picking off. And just see how much it spikes out. And actually the fact that we did see RNA down that bottom lane, the fact that he did come down instantly to try and clear it out, they want to try and push this top lane first, which is unusual because Vayne, of course, being on his own in a 2v1 is kind of good because he won't win out that lane too well against the Caitlyn and Zyra.
Oh, right now Aranea is coming down here. They're going to go in. Who are they going to go for? Nice grasping route. Teleport actually coming down here as well. That was cancelled by Charu. He decided not to go in. Actually, I don't know if Pharrell and Lord actually locked him up there to stop that happening, but he's going in on Pharrell and Lord either way. Can he finish off the damage though? No, not got enough.
Not quite got enough, and very aggressive play. I think he may have stunned him, but clever play there from Charu nonetheless. He was straight away teleporting onto one of those grasping routes. Wasn't expecting that onto the plant, sorry. Getting straight in there. Pharrell actually very low on mana. This is effectively the problem that you have with Lissandra so early on. It's like a dog yelp coming out from Aranea there, rather than his usual shout. Bit of a earth maybe, I'm not too sure what he's going for. But for Lord, he's being pushed on this turret. He's actually keeping up the farm very well with Charu so far though.
Right now, Creaton and Jerry are still pushing this top lane, and actually Makata is going to come and get involved on this top side. Let's see what they can do with this one. Makata being forced back. They've hooked Makata, but Kubon is there as well. Stun against the wall. Can they finish him? Yes, they can. It's Jerry that picks that one up in the end. Creaton, of course, getting the assist. He already had that first blood, and another great bit of play out of Alternate.
Well, as Creaton pointed out on his Facebook earlier on, he is only 50% of that lane, and so far those two kills have both been created by Jay Ree. Did a fantastic job. Remember, Jay Ree, he's probably one of the most experienced members team-wise on Ultimate. He played for Evil Geniuses back when they were CLG EU over in Texas.
And there's Tori actually going down there, and it will be MYM who picked that one up. So, nice little reply to what's been going on. That top tower probably won't be lasting too much. You can see in the mid lane both champions going pretty low on their mana. Of course, for Twisted Fate, not really a problem. You can bring that all back in there. Well, for Lissandra, it means that Pharrell and Lord can't really get involved with the action and was just stopped from recall in there by the wild cards.
Annoying Charu there. Pharrell Lord's like, fine, I'll clear another way. That's fine. I didn't want to go back and buy anyway. I had this all planned. Just going to throw out. And neither of these have really got mana, but the thing is Charu can gain a fair bit of it back with those blue cards. Frenlord's going to clear off. This time Charu is going to go back. Going to have that teleport back up. Oh, mistimed that on Frenlord. Didn't think the tower was going to take that minion down. Instead, loses out the CS. But look at that, 45-45 between the two mid laners. Makata shows himself. Charu already back in that mid lane. Didn't decide to go back after all. Sneaky.
Sticking around for that one. Libic actually is going to be coming in to join Makata as well as the horse comes dashing by. RNA going to try to hold on towards this middle tower. There are 3 men there.
They're going for 4 as well. Makla's already come up. They've all decided suddenly to shove straight in this mid lane. They knew that Pharrell was dying to go back. They knew he was going to go back. Charu tried to bait it back. He goes back, but look how much damage it just into that middle turret. It's got nothing left on it.
Yeah, they need to be careful now that Pharrell Lord comes in. He's already got a blasting wand and an amp tome in, which means that he does have that possibility to get in. Also is up at level 6 right now, so of course has the frozen tomb available to go aggressive with. As RNA was just having a peek over towards blue. That was taken though by Charu.
Yeah, he tried to get in. The smite wasn't quite in range. Actually didn't have it available. Thought he could maybe get across and do some damage, but already was taken down. So with that bottom turret going down already, it doesn't actually give you the gold just yet because they got those 2 kills, which tells me that the farming is working very well in favor, and Kubon is actually struggling out a little bit. He fell 200 gold behind. The junglers are very even. Mid lane is very even. The AD carries though, you can see that Creaton has built himself a little bit of a buff there, 300 gold, as well as the support, of course, because that's actually the kills. We are going to see a dive in. Charu comes in with a dark passage, instantly taken. They're going to get back towards Creaton, flashing straight out of it. Very well executed. While that was all happening, Pharrell Lord got onto Makla in the mid lane.
Yeah, Makla was actually pushed up fairly heavily there. They were trying to finish off that turret, which they did manage to do while all that was going on. But, as I said, Pharrell Lord with that early blasting wand and amp tome, able to put out the damage to pick up that kill. So that leaves us at 3-0 on kills for Alternate. They're 2-0 behind in turrets, though. So the next few minutes going to be very, very important for both teams.
Shouts coming from the stage once again. does mean that Alternate are looking to try and make a play. And Kraton and J-Reed, they're the ones that have been creating those plays so far in this top lane. We see Sharu and Kubon, they're both still up there. Kubon needing a little help, but I'm not too sure if he needs the CS being taken away from him by Sharu. Instead, we see J-Reed going very aggressive, puts the play down, throws the box down, catches on towards Kubon, and again throws the hooks towards Sharu this time. Aranea runs in, he catches Kubon with a fear. It's Sharu, they focus the exhaust on him. They haven't got enough to dive the turret though, but it's another kill worked out, and again, it's J-Reed that creates the play.
Yeah, Jerry is on fire right now, landing all those hooks. He's currently 1-0-2. Aranea being in the right place at the right time consistently through this as well. Now we have Libic and Kubon in that top brush. Let's see if Creatine and Jerry get caught out, or you never quite know if they're going to go in there and end up creating something of their own.
Teleport's available for Sharu. He has just used it. He's coming into the river. It's going to be Kraton. They dive in towards. That's going to be Kraton. Surely going down. Sharu picks up the kill. Now where are you going? J-Reed's going to try and escape this one. Uses the flash already. He may be able to escape down the river. Yes, he will. Nobody pursuing him.
No, decided against that one, and that tells me that they probably want this top turret here. The third and final turret, of course, that's left up for MeetYourMakers on the outer ring. And gold is now bang even. That will change if MYM can actually take this one down. He's going to have decent damage onto it as well. Minion wave not full at this point. But look at this. They're waiting off to the side. Cocoon going to land on Aranea. Are they going to continue through? There's the repel. And actually, Kubon decides not to follow through. They're happy to do that turret damage down to half already.
They do manage to take it down to half. There's going to be Sharu though. He ultimates towards the opposite direction. Aranea thinks, right, I can get out of this. Stranglethorns lands on him. Sharu, one more hit will be enough. Gets the kill. And looks like they will pick up the turret as well. But we do see J-Reed and Kratos. They're closing the gap.
They are closing the gap. Let's see if they stick around. They will stick around too long if they don't move right back right now. There is Kraton coming in. Grasping Root should fix this one. Kraton expected it there, did the tumble to try and make up some ground, but in the end, it doesn't come out, and those two will return to safety.
So, as it stands, MeetYourMakers are doing what they've done a number of times. They weren't playing for the kills early game, they were simply playing the map. They have almost taken that top turret down, but it looks like J-Reed and Kraton may get that top one first if they choose to push for it. Looks like they will. I have to say, pink ward used by J-Reed to give them cover. That will be the first turret of the game for Alternate when they decide to ever take it down. The middle lane turret actually was taken very low as well. Frelenor was doing good work on their Sharu, finally returning. But as we've said a number of times with him, we hadn't seen him teleported too many times. This time he is being aggressive, and it's kind of working out for MeetYourMakers. He's already picked up 2 of the kills.
Yeah, Frelenor right now almost getting himself up to that Abyssal Scepter, which we've been seeing time and time again from him with this Lysandra. And it becomes a lot more dangerous when he gets up to that level. You can see that Aranea is waiting just on that top side of the brush. Charu staying fairly far back from this one. He certainly can't afford to die anymore. Has managed to get himself a couple of kills in there as well, but he's now behind on CS as well.
He's behind on CS and behind on levels. He's actually only just hit level 9, whereas Frelenor has been level 10 for quite a while, which has been, because he's been just simply free farming in that mid lane, because he's 98 to 76 in terms of CS. Did have that kill early on. He's going to have that Abyssal Scepter built very soon, but the rest of Alternate, they were stacking maybe in this bottom lane turret. Curve has backed off. Of course, he has got Stand United available if he wants to come back and join this one. J-Reed comes around the side. See if he lands a hook in towards Makler. Tries to swing up that Mason, try and catch it onto someone, but not really going to hook through any just yet. But Libic is off the side, stood on the ward though.
Yeah, and it was a nice play there from J-Reed to actually put that pink ward down. He saw when they backed off that, okay, there's a ward there somewhere. Put his gamble down on the ramp and found he was right on the money. Dragon, of course, is available for the taking. We'll see if they go for it. That top turret is hanging on just by a thread. Kerp has gone up there to actually stop that from happening. Makata here a little bit wary because of that ward that was just put down on the blue buff. Going to have the help of Charu. Will smite it to help things out, and Charu will have the double.
We'll have that blue buff. As you mentioned, did switch around, but look how much of an advantage he's got. He's 74 CS to Kubon's 44. The gold advantage is just 400 though between them. They both have those 2 assists. We'll see how that develops though, because if Curve can just build up that Shen, we've seen how strong Shens can be so far. Interested to see what the win ratio is for him so far in someone else yesterday already. We are 19 games in now. Just 1 more remaining after this one. It will be SK Gaming versus Evil Geniuses, but right now, this is the battle for top place in the LCS.
Yeah, I think if you looked at the fixtures before week 1 here, you would have been looking towards that final game as maybe being the top of the table clash. But MYM and Alternate both coming flying out the gate, 4-0 for both of them. Unfortunately, one team will have a loss though by the end of this game. And right now, it's far too close to be calling which way that's going to go.
Let's quickly look across the items. Looks like Infinity Edge building up very early on to Macro. He's trying to rush in. You can see Blade of the Rune King has been completed by Creaton already. Abyssal Scepter was picked up by Lord. He was working towards that one. Just got the basic boots. Meanwhile, Sharu, you can see already trying to keep that teleport cooldown down. He's going to get dived on the mid lane. He's just going to get dropped where he stands. Kerp also came in. He gets the charm on towards Makata. Makata forced to back away from this one. The turret really being the next focus for Alternate. They're going to turn and straight towards the Dragon.
Yeah, Dragon is going to be taken here. J-Re pink ordered it. They've cleared the vision that was there. It's Creaton actually going in on Mackler onto the turret there in the bottom lane. Just going to force him away. Just give him that bit more safety as they do go in for this one. Are they going to try to steal? Makata is walking away and Alternate will pick up the first Dragon of the game.
See if he could get on towards anyone there. Coupon though, doing work in that top lane, continuing on. It's still 3-1 in turrets. It's going to go 3-2 because Alternate, I feel, will be able to pick this one up. I don't think Makata and Libic are going to hold it on. Livic's going straight in. Stranglethorn thrown down onto Lord and the Ignite. Very aggressive play from the support. There comes Shari. Stun card goes down. That is Lord getting dropped. The box used by J-Re simply defensively to keep Alternate some ground, but Kuban's not done yet. He repels in there. The cocoon comes out. Not going to land. He gets hooked in towards the turret. The turret does manage to get one hit down. Sharu continues through. The stun card on towards J-Re. Have they got enough damage? The wild card comes through. No, he gets away. The ace in the hole. Didn't sneak through. Aranea blocks it off.
That was a very, very good fight from MeetYourMakers pushing back. And actually, Kuban had 3 men in front of him to cocoon. I think it was harder to not hit one of those 3 than put it where he did, straight down the middle of them. But, you know, they pushed it back. They're 3-1 up in turrets now. They brought the kills back. Charu's getting his 3rd, and he's almost got that Rabadon's death cap now finished.
Sunfire Cave almost completed by Kerp as well. And I mean, did use that Stand United and honestly kind of didn't need to. It did pick him up the assist though, so he helps him out with that extra goal. That is where the assists are coming from. Building up, is it going to be the Sunfire Cave or is it going to be the Warmogs? He's kind of got both there. He can just switch between either one, whichever one's going to be the most required. AD carries though, look at those, 143 to 139. Despite the fact they've not been in the lane together at all, they've kept pace with each other in terms of farm. Creaton now in that mid lane. He's going to pick up that big, beefy 40+ gold that you get from that minion. Sharu though, he's been doing work, and very, very mobile work for MeetYourMakers so far. Every little play, every single kill is on him as well. That may well be danger though. Mackler going up against Aranea. Here comes Sharu. He's going to be diving down there. Stun card will come out. Aranea is dead. And again, just as I said, Sharu picking up every single kill.
Yeah, overly cocky, I think, there a bit from Aranea, going down thinking he could take the AD carry, and well, he probably could have got the kill as well if Charu wasn't Twisted Fate.
Yes.
I think he forgot about that one a little bit. And Kerp obviously didn't have Stand United in there, which would have locked them up the kill if he'd have got that off quicker. If it, of course, was off cooldown. Kerp has now finished that Sunfire Cape as well, so that answers the questions as to which direction he will be going. Got himself the boots in there as well now. Lord with a blue buff on, and he's not going to be scared of getting involved. We saw that kill earlier on where they just deleted Charu, I think it was, from the map underneath the turret. Now, he's got a haunting guys in there as well, that just gives him that more power.
And Mackley with that Infinity Edge, he's going to get a bit of a power spike here. Creaton desperately needs to get that Zeal built into either a Phantom Lord or a Static Shiv. He needs to get some
Phantom Lord
going. A Phantom Lord. He's going to build it into the American. The streamer, of course, not quite going to be built into that. That's because I was talking about him earlier on today. He's in my head. He's in my mind. But it doesn't matter. MeetYourMakers are going to try. Ooh, Creaton. Danger play there. It was just out of vision of that pink ward. If they'd have seen him there, I think Lipic and Mackler would have gone for that kill.
Well, look at the wards down here from MeetYourMakers. This is so typical of what they've been doing throughout all of their victories so far. Once the outer turrets are down, just cover the entire enemy jungle with wards, and I'm going to try and count them. There's 8 on the map. I can count to 8, luckily enough. Now we are going to see a fight here about the blue buff. Kerp could be in trouble. Ultima actually coming down there from Sejuani. Meanwhile, Libic in the middle lane is being destroyed. The Lord actually picking up the final tick of damage there. And Alternate making plays across the map.
picking up the turrets as well as they go. 3-2 in turrets now, and look at the gold, very, very close, just 1,000 split between them. Reynolds now going to take that blue buff, or whether they're just hard fought for. And honestly, MeetYourMakers, I don't think they're going to try and go for this one. We thought, look at that, Makata wants to go in, he wants to try and get the smite on, but instead Reynolds dives in towards him. He's going to have to dash away from this one. Can they catch up towards Kuban? Yes, they can! A brilliant, brilliant shot from Kratos, pins him on the wall. The repel comes out from Kuban, he goes down as well. It's actually J-Ree that honestly deserved the kill, because he's now 2-0-2 as well.
Yeah, 2-0-2, great score. In a way as well, and it was pretty ironic that as I'm talking about the amount of wards that MYM have in the alternate jungle, alternate go inside their jungle where they've only got 1 or 2 wards down and make the plays there. So really solid stuff here. Alternate may look for that mid inner turret. No, with the respawns coming in, they decide to back away from this one, but vision is definitely high across the entire map now.
And it's important to point out that while all that happened, they were 4v5.
Yep.
Kerf was just off the side. He was split pushing, farming, quite happily going along his merry way. It was simply a case of alternate catching those kills. And as you mentioned, it does give them that 1.2k gold lead. Still very, very tight between these two. The AD carriers still keeping track with one another. Though, of course, Kratos, though, is going to get dived on here, but he immediately pops that ultimate. Stan United comes out from Kerf. They're going to go aggressive on this one. Ferelnor goes in. They catch on towards Makata. Kerf now in the Baron pit. Not sure he wants a piece of this one, but he's going to go aggressive on towards Maka. Has got Shadow Dash available in just a moment to try and taunt him up. Look at the damage he's doing. That Sunfire Cape working on him. They have area coverage as well. They're going to keep on pushing. Forces the flash from Maka. Shadow Dash, max range on towards him, and Kerf will pick up the kill. Surely barrier used out there. Ferelnor goes in. Sharu the next target. They could take him down. That will be one more shot. Kratos picks up the kill.
Yeah, gets stunned up there, and actually needs to be careful here under the tower. He's flashed back towards it. He's going to cleanse away from that one, and Libit came in. Can't handle the damage that Ferelnor can put down, and that was great play. And with that, alternate are pushing this middle lane out right now. We see Kuban trying to come in to clear out the minions, which he will do. But alternate are still there. Grasping root onto RNA. That's actually going to take him ridiculously low here, and Kuban's able to finish off.
And no need for that either, actually. Just a little bit of overconfidence, as we stated already from RNA there. Simply got caught out by MeetYourMakers, not afraid to push straight back at them. It's 10-5 in kills though, and it's still just shy of 2,000 gold difference. And MeetYourMakers, they're going to try and turn for Dragon here.
Ferelnor's actually sat on 2,200 gold right now, and finally is going home, but as you said, that's going to lose them a Dragon. Funny, really, after they managed to push so hard into that middle lane. We all see now a Phantom Dancer completed for Creaton. Along with that Blade of the Ruin King, he's going to be putting out massive amounts of damage in such a short space of time, but with that Dragon, MeetYourMakers bring the gold deficit back to less than 1,000.
Less than 1,000. They're going for blue buff as well. They're going to take that one away. Remember, they did have their own one invaded. Kuban's going to pick that one up. Ferelnor took their own one away from Sharu, who kind of needs it as well. But Kratos, he's closing in, pops that ultimate, goes stealth straight onto Sharu. Look at the chunks of damage going down. Stun card will come out. That doesn't matter. He can just gamble straight away. Has to flash away. Oh, Kratos give it up. He's giving it up. RNA though, he is not. He pops his ultimate down to go charging in. Stun card will be back available. One more swing. Can Sharu escape from this one? Throws out the wild cards. He is going to get away. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, that would have been his 5th death as well, so quite important for him to get away from that one. You see there, that mid lane was being pushed at the same time a little bit by alternate, although only with 2 men. Kritzen is still up at the top, Shen still pushing that bottom lane out, and that's the thing, Kerf now up at 140 CS, that's almost 40 CS more than what Elise has, and he's going to keep going. Ferelnor in trouble.
Ferelnor in trouble, but the Dark Passage was used, and J-Ree just pulls Ferelnor to safety, no problem at all. That was Sharu using his teleport. He wanted to get in there. Now he's actually using his ultimate to get down the bottom here. They're going for Kurt. Magna comes in, stun card lands on towards him. He is going to surely get caught. Is he going to be able to shadow dash across the bush? He's already used it. The cooldown is not quite there. Sharu's trying to get the stun card down. Oh, he dodges out of one, but he can't get away from the other. He tries to avoid the cocoon, goes straight into the stun card, and Kuban picks up the kill.
Yeah, and again, Twisted Fate. That's the thing that's turning these fights around for, I mean, Makla there, I think right now with that Infinity Edge and Zeal, he probably could end up taking Shen, especially underneath that turret, but with Charu coming in there, making him now 4-4-1, Elise also on 2-1-2. They're starting to build things up here now. It's 3-2 still on turrets. MeetYourMakers, you know, they spent a lot on wards to make sure that they had that vision of the jungle, but since that point, those wards have basically been not worthless, but they've not brought what they should have to the team because Alternate have been on their side of the map this entire time.
Yeah, they went full on aggression straight back towards them. Frelenord's going to come across here, see if Kubon's going to go a little bit too far forward. Instead, he's not going to go for any kills. But you could say the same for all of the pressure that Alternate have been putting down. They've been getting those kills. They've not really created a great deal from it. They've not taken those turrets down. They're still at 3 for 2, which they have been for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, they certainly have. As Alternate now start to push there into the mid lane. As you can hear, he's resorted to some kind of high-pitched witch howl right now, rather than screaming out his usualness. But they are pushing in now towards this mid lane. Here we go. Ultimate comes down from Makata. Are they going to fight this one? Grasping roots are in position. They knock nobody up though, as J-Reek will just play them back. Are they going to look for the kills? Turret is down to less than half HP. Here comes Ferello from the side. Oh my lord, they have all gone down. 4 men dead, and that is just, wow. Incredible.
Massacre there, and that is the power of Ferello. That was a 3,000 elo for Ferello, coming on top with a 2,950 credits on and a 2,900 curve just dashing across. And that Shadow Dash also caught all 4 members. They immediately turned straight to Baron, and that is going to be easily picked up by Alternate.
Yeah, and again, we see the power as Ferello and Lord Lissandra. That Frozen 2 coming up massive. And that's the thing about Lissandra, the mobility. You see that claw coming, it's actually quite a slow animation, but you can't usually run from it. That's the problem, especially when it comes out of the jungle like that. Baron has been finished off now by Alternate, and that, with that last fight and that extra turret, is going to give them a lot.
A lot indeed, and you can see that's not the creature either, by the way. 4,000 gold advantage for Alternate, but I think that is going to equate to a lot more. The fact that they've got that Baron buff, which honestly is around about 8,000 gold's worth of damage and items, that it gives you just that buff alone for those 4 minutes that you do have it. We'll see what MeetYourMakers do though. They are still pushing out. There's pings actually coming out. Libic saying, fine, I'll ward you. And Kubon, you keep on split pushing down this top area. We know that Alternate are going to try and go shoving down one of the lanes, which see which way it's going to be. Kurt passes straight by that ward that Libic put down. So immediately, Aranea dashing across, goes straight past that ping ward. Everybody from MeetYourMakers quickly disengages and backs down the lane. Ooh, just stick it to Kurt.
Yeah, this could be very, very interesting right now. The rest of Alternate are actually away from them. They're in that middle lane. Kurt's going to finish off the minions, and MeetYourMakers is like, should we go for it? Shouldn't we go for it? We don't really know. We're going to wait around there. They're still hanging in. They've shown themselves now, though, and that could be just enough to push Kurp off. Yeah,
they're stealing the blue buff while this happens as well. Ferello's going to have that one. It's going to keep the cooldowns on. Not really able to deal with it. Makata nearly ran headlong into them. Now Aranea, a horse chasing a boar. Who'd have thought so around the jungle? That is what's happening, and it's a crazy horse as well.
Yeah, I think Makata was getting bored there, sitting back in the base. Sorry for that one. Alternate, though, going to be pushing out this top wave now down towards the inner turret. And Kurp is going to push out the middle. So Alternate really doing what this kind of setup can allow you to do. The problem is that they've got great wave clear and MeetYourMakers with those wild cards out of Twisted Fate, and with Kubon throwing the Spiderlings in there. It's not exactly easy to keep a minion wave alive to actually push in towards the turret.
And you can see what Libic's done. He's already put the wards around the side. They're not letting Ferello do it again. Yeah. They're not falling for that trick. Makata staying using himself as a standing ward as well. And they're keeping those waves very, very clear, keeping them off the turret, so they have to pull off something majestic like they just did now. Remember, the Baron buff is ticking down. All the time they're sat here waiting. It's already half the time already gone down in it. There's around about 80 seconds left on that Baron buff. We'll see whether they are able to create anything. Ferello again coming across, looking towards Charu. He is going to go in towards him, but Charu had already backed.
Yeah, and that great thing for Ferello as well is that he can obviously cast his ultimate on himself, basically giving him a mini Zhonya's for that time, as we are going to see the Stranglethorns go down in the top lane, but honestly, they didn't do a great deal. Aranea being chased here by Makler. He's got the red buff on. He's able to get the slowdown. Boxes put down by J-Reek, but now they're going to turn around onto him. Crearson is there. Kurp joins the fight. Here comes Aranea back into it. Gets the fear down, which has caused all kinds of problems, and Ferello keeps chasing in. Kubon's gone down. There is the ace. An amazing fight once again, and expertly done by Alternate. They went in, came back out, waited for the rest of the team to join them, and then pushed down for that ace for just one death.
Completely baited, honestly, because Ferello had gone round towards the middle inhibitor turret, so they tried to take the aggression, but Ferello just went, oh, this is great. I'm going to come around the back of you all and clean up. And he picks himself off the triple kill, gets the inhibitor. And just as I was saying, they only had 80 seconds left on that Baron. MYM just had to be patient sitting on their turrets because they got the wave clear. They were dealing with Alternate, but immediately their aggression backfired on them horrendously there. And Alternate, not only did they get the inhibitor and the turret, they're going to get the dragon as well. And that's going to stretch their gold lead to around about 8,000.
Yeah, Foreign Lord, I think he's not going to be playing much Lissandra after this game. I'm kind of surprised even that they've let out Lissandra open for him. But on the other hand, he has shown that ban out Lissandra will quite happily take that Oriana as well, which can make equally as impressive plays with. So they are going to go back now here, Alternate, and they've picked up some big items. Last Whisper for Vayne, Rabadon's Death Cap on for Ellen Lord's Lissandra, and a Trinity Force for Shed.
Yeah, Kirby's going to do some damage now on that armor poke that he's got. That Trinity Force definitely is going to cause problems. He's going to be split pushing a lot quicker as well. That Baron buff will just wear off. That's going to be available in around about 2 minutes time, which is why they're starting to get those wards out. And MeetYourMakers, they're not done and dusted yet. They're still trying to get those ward placements out. They're still trying to get a little bit of coverage for themselves, try and keep shovel those lanes. You can see immediately they're actually about halfway up, so they have managed to immediately just get the pressure back onto Alternate side, keep them away. And Alternate, well, they're just happy buying, aren't they? Just looking, as you mentioned, from Forellan Lord, he's got, what, a lot of ability power in him now. Rabadon's Death Cap on there. It looks like Sonya's Hourglass or maybe Death by Grasp. I'm not too sure what he's heading in towards, but 520 ability power already with 23% cooldown reduction. He's just going to be zipping around that map, causing all sorts of problems.
Yeah, and with that blue buff on as well, now you can see that just using his Glacial Path to actually move around the map, that's how much he doesn't really care about the cost of the mana and the cooldown rate at this point. Vitalik comes out and they know that Alternate are going to be pushing in. Kind of surprised that they've not done much about this bottle. They see Charu and Makler are coming in towards Kerp, who honestly shouldn't have too much of a problem here. Charu goes one way and Kerp says, nope, not today, I'm going around the other side. The question is, can he escape this one? He will flash first of all. He's obviously going to have that Shadow Dash, and he's just going to say, see you later, I am going to the top lane. And that is why you don't try and shut down a Shed.
Such a highly mobile team. They do straight away lock up, and that's going to be Limit going down. Charu comes out with a home guard boost, but I don't think they're going to be able to get on towards him. The inhibitor turret will get burned down. Creaton gets caught out slowly. Jamie taken down very low as well. The Cocoon comes out, not going to catch up towards him. And I was just about to mention the mobility of the team, and Jamie goes in once again, catches up towards Makata. It's going to be Creaton poking him down again. Another inhibitor will be taken. The middle one has just respawned. Super Minions get on towards that one. They're going straight for the game, and it's going to be Alternate going 5-0 in the European Summer Split. They are the top of the table, and they looked dominant right there. 21-8 as Trevor Quickshot Henry makes his appearance in front of the screen. Fantastic performance, though, nonetheless, from Alternate. MeetYourMakers, they tried to play the